Well, here's a question. Do you work with someone older or younger? And do you just think, are you from a different planet sometimes? You're looking at me?
No, of course not. You're looking at me.
Actually, no, it has nothing to do with that. They're likely just from a different generation.
Yeah. And you know what? There is a way to bridge that gap and make a New Year's resolution that will help you at work and in life. Scott Zimmer is a generational expert and keynote speaker who shares his wisdom with companies all over the world. He has some New Year's resolutions tailor-made for your generation. Let's start with the baby boomers. So these are individuals ages 62 through 80. So this resolution, adopt one new piece of technology and actually use it. What does this mean? And can you explain this to my dad for me?
First and foremost, there are a lot of baby boomers who are excellent with technology, love it, see its value. But for many, it can be really intimidating. And it's not just that there's technology, it's the rate at which technology grows and changes. And throughout 2025, I think boomers kept hearing all these terms like AI and stuff. Focus in on one new piece of tech that maybe you've been avoiding that you think could benefit you.
And then we have Generation X, those very self-sufficient 47 through 61-year-olds. The resolution that we're talking about, delegate at least one thing this year. Oh, that could be challenging, huh?
A little bit. Well, I'm a Gen Xer, so I know this, firsthand. We're a pretty self-reliant generation. We always have been. It's because we were those latchkey kids of the 70s and 80s. And we've always been told if you want something done right, do it yourself. And so a lot of times we don't take those things off our plate. The more hectic your schedule becomes, it's going to benefit everyone if you can just relent a little and say, you know what, if you could help me out and pass something off, you'll benefit greatly in 2026.
Let's get to my generation. Millennials, you're doing great, but here's a resolution that you can use to improve yourselves. So we're talking 30 to 46. Somehow I'm an elder millennial now. Okay, so stop competing with everyone's highlight reel. What does that mean?
For millennials, I want in 2026 to really hone in and focus on progress over perfection. When our LinkedIn and Instagram shows other people's successes, it can be easy to really fixate on that. Focus in on one thing you want to improve on for this year. If it's traveling more, look at that vacation. If it's spending more time with family, what might that look like?
Millennials, raise your hand if you feel personally victimized by Scott Zimmer just now. No, that's good advice, thank you. Generation Z, I wonder if this is the generation that people in the workplace are now trying to figure out. Born 1996 through 2012, ages 13 through 29, this resolution, ask for clarity instead of staying silent.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep in mind, this is a generation that grew up with YouTube throughout their formative years. If they've ever wanted to know how to do something, style your hair a certain way, tie a bow tie, play the guitar, you can go online and find step-by-step instructions. They grew up with rubrics in the classroom, unlike any other generation, where people in positions of authority have always been able to say, this is what I expect and what is expected of you. When you get to the workplace, you can't Google, how does Ron want me to do this? So it's okay to ask sometimes.
Scott, you speak all over the world, companies big to small, and your goal is to show people that we're not out to get each other, or we're not opponents. We are all trying to work together and trying to understand a little bit more about each other. So do you think that these New Year's resolutions can help people kind of bridge those gaps?
Absolutely. It is helpful to know, how a colleague or a boss or a family member, it doesn't matter, might want to communicate, or how they might approach feedback or whatever it might be. And those things might be different depending on their generation and how they were brought up in the world they grew up in. So I come in and we sort of tell those stories of each generation and then offer strategies and tips on how to really create an environment where everyone on your team is going to feel valued and respected and understood.